Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something I know you're really interested in.
Yeah?
It's the Northwest Development Commission.
Right.
And you sent over this article excerpt that's really focused on the concern about political interference with the commission.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought in an expert today to kind of unpack all this.
Happy to be here.
So just to set the scene a little bit, this article is really about making sure that this new Northwest Development Commission doesn't repeat some of the failures we've seen in the past.
Right. Right.
Particularly, the article mentions the Bank of the North
Okay.
and the NNDC.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty strongly worded argument.
Sure.
And it comes from someone who seems to know what they're talking about.
Uh-huh.
It's Associate Professor Ahmad Suleiman.
Okay.
He's the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Law at Northwest University, Kano.
Oh wow. So he's got the background and the knowledge
Yeah, he seems to really
to speak to
know
this.
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty serious.
The excerpt doesn't really hold back. It basically says that if politicians get their hands on the Northwest Development Commission,
Yeah.
we're going to have some serious problems.
Oh wow.
It specifically points to the Bank of the North and the NNDC as kind of cautionary tales.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't go into a ton of detail about
Yeah.
what exactly went wrong with those organizations.
Yeah.
But it really seems to imply that
Yeah.
political meddling was a big part of it.
Uh-huh.
So can you kind of shed some light on that for us, what went wrong?
Well, when you look at organizations like the NNDC, for example,
Yeah.
there were times when projects were greenlit, not necessarily because of a strong economic or social reason, but, because they benefited certain people with political connections.
So like
So you end up with
specific focusing on infrastructure or education,
Right.
could benefit everyone.
Exactly. The money goes
that.
to, some project with maybe less developmental impact, but more
Right.
political gain.
More political gain, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when that happens, you also have less transparency.
Right.
So it becomes much harder to track how the money is being used, and then, of course, to hold the people making those decisions accountable.
Yeah.
And that lack of accountability, that can lead to corruption,
Right.
which then, of course, undermines,
Of course.
the entire development process.
It's just kind of snowballs, yeah.
It really does.
So it sounds like Professor Suleiman is saying, hey, we made these mistakes in the past
Right.
with these other organizations. We need to be really careful not to do it again with this
Yeah, we don't want to repeat history.
with this new commission. And he even calls on people to be, inquisitive and watchful,
It's a call to action.
almost like a rallying cry.
Yeah, get involved.
So what do you think he's trying to say there, especially to people who have a stake in this region?
Well, I think he's really emphasizing the importance of citizen oversight.
Yeah.
If the people are engaged and informed, these kinds of problems are much less likely to happen. It's about demanding transparency, asking the tough questions and making sure that those in charge are really prioritizing the well-being of the region and the people that live there.
That makes sense. But how can people actually put that into practice?
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say,
Right.
be watchful, be inquisitive.
Yeah.
But what does that actually look like?
Well, there are actually a lot of things people can do.
Okay.
They can start by staying informed,
Yep.
following local news, attending, maybe town hall meetings,
Yeah.
just researching the commission's activities.
Right.
If meetings are open to the public, attending those is a great way to see firsthand what's being discussed.
Yeah.
And to raise concerns directly.
Right to their face.
Exactly.
Right.
And contacting local representatives to voice their opinions.
Okay.
Advocate for transparency.
So it's about really taking those small steps to hold this commission accountable
Right.
and make sure it stays focused on what it's supposed to be focused on.
Exactly. And, it's not just about reacting to problems.
Yeah.
People can also be proactive.
Okay.
By supporting initiatives that, promote transparency
Yeah.
and good governance within the commission.
Okay, so to wrap things up,
Yeah.
we've explored these potential pitfalls
Yeah.
of political interference
Right.
in the Northwest Development Commission, using the Bank of the North and the NNDC as examples
It's exactly as cautionary tale.
of what not to do.
Right.
But I think more importantly, we've highlighted the power of the people
Yeah.
and informed and engaged citizenry
Absolutely.
to really safeguard against those pitfalls.
Right. If people are paying attention, things are much less likely to go wrong.
Yeah, and it leaves us with, I think, a really important question. What concrete steps can you, the listener, take
Yeah.
to make sure that this Northwest Development Commission
Right.
stays focused on what matters?
Stays true to its mission.
The development of this region?
Right. And its people.
Yeah, what can you do?
And that's something I hope you'll continue to think about
Yeah,
long after this deep dive is over.
absolutely.
So thanks for listening,
Yeah.
and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.